weekend here was pretty good. I got 2 hole shots and was able to go 1-1 for first overall, and it's kind of, those are the days that you think about during the week that you want to have, and I was able to have it today, so it was good. The track was gnarly, wasn't really my favorite. The ruts really chattery, and like the track was just, it was just different from even last year or the year before, my rookie year. So, you know, looking forward to, is it Muddy Creek next weekend? Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to Muddy Creek, and I think the track will be a little bit like what it was here today, so just practice for Muddy Creek.
Does the elevation ever come into play here?
You know, I used to think that elevation came into play, but Johnny Omar has got me in such good shape, it doesn't even bug me. Yeah, it didn't even bug me today at all.
A little bit of a rough weekend. I put in a handful of, you know, good laps today, but first moto I was in 8th place coming up and was right on the pack of, like, you know, 4th to 7th place right in front of me. We're all kind of in a pack, and I just came into a corner and slid out and ended up 10th. And then the second moto I came up the start, and I think one of the Kawasaki's actually crashed in front of me, and I cartwheeled over him and had to get going from dead last again and came back up to 12th. And, you know, I felt like I rode well. I just need to minimize, you know, the mistake I made. Obviously the first moto, and then kind of the second moto was out of my control. But yeah, just come back next weekend and don't make those mistakes, and you know, I'll be good. I'm happy with you know, how I'm riding during the week and how I'm preparing. So it'll be good. Just go back, have another productive week, and go back next week and strong.
Yeah, you know, best outdoors so far. The whole Geico Honda team, we've been putting in a lot of work the last couple of weeks, getting the bike dialed in, and we definitely have it the best we've had it so far. And just had good qualifying. The whole day went pretty good, and bummer that I let Adam back around me on the last lap there, but it was a good day. Big improvements, and ready to keep this rolling.
Did you ever feel the elevation coming into effect or no?
No, not really. You know, I didn't really feel much different than I have the last couple weekends. Getting a little bit of arm pump in the first motos, but getting rid of that, and once we get rid of that, I think I'll be good to go.
My weekend, actually I had a good weekend. I'm happy. Started off the day first in practice. This is the first time I've ever done that. So it's a little different for me. You know, I actually picking the gates. I didn't know where to pick, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, so where do I go? And, you know, I kind of just watched where people were picking, but got a bad start in the first moto. I was a little tight off the start, and then worked my way up. I had no idea where I was until about 25 minutes in. Then I got the board and saw that I was about 7th, and then I had a lot left in the tank, and I pushed it, and there was 3 guys in front of me, and I ended up getting all 3 and ended up 4th. That surprised me, you know. I was going in just top 10 and move on from here, and wasn't expecting anything crazy, but, you know, putting in a 4th place with my first ride on a 250 outdoor, you know, I can't ask for anything better. And then second moto, a little bit better start, still shuffled back a little bit. About the 20-minute mark, you know, I had nothing left in my body. I think I left it all in the first moto, along with my excitement. So I kind of took it back a little bit and cruised it out to 6th place. And so passed a couple guys. My biggest thing was always move forward. I've always been known for starts and then going backwards. So this weekend I went forward the whole time. So I can't be happier, but got to give it up to the whole FC Honda team. You know, I've had 3 days on the bike, and to go out and put in those results is pretty good, I think. So just another, you know, look at another 4 days on the bike. I think I can improve some stuff and do better in Tennessee.
Weekend went good. Could have gone a lot better, but ended up 11, 12. The last moto I crashed in the first turn and rode pretty good to get back to 12th. So happy with that, but looking forward to Muddy Creek and getting better.
So, I mean, what did you think about the track? It rained here all week, kind of got soft, deep ruts.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. I mean, some spots were pretty hard packed, but some spots were really soft, and it made it very tricky. So, yeah, happy to come out of here safe and on 2 wheels and get ready for the rest of the season. I've
had better ones. I actually started off feeling really good practicing. did like 1 or 2 fast laps, took a breather, and then went for another one. And top of the hill, I swapped a little bit, went off the track. There's a road right next to the track. There was one of the workers' mules like parked in the road, and I just center punched that thing. And unfortunately, just banged up my whole left side, tweaked my back, and smacked my head pretty good. So I tried to ride as much as I could the first moto, and it just wasn't there. I didn't feel safe riding, so unfortunately I had to call it a day, but go back, get reevaluated, come out swinging next weekend hopefully. Been doing good. I just want to keep the ball rolling and keep building, so that's all I can do right now.
Started off great and ended decent. First practice I was feeling it and laid down 4th fastest time. Second practice I knew it was going to be slower, so I just kind of went out there, looked for lines, and just kind of rode around. And then, and first moto, I had a brain fart on the start. You know, up in this altitude, everyone starts in first gear, and I did my practice start in first gear and put it in second, and totally brain farted. Terrible start, went down twice. I think I got back up to like 17th. And then second moto, got a decent start. I was inside the top 10, which is really good for me. Starts usually suck, but fought hard. Big progress from last weekend. I think I ended up 11th second moto. So I don't know what I ended up overall, but happy with the weekend for sure. It's a big step in the right direction.
I had to struggle a little bit this weekend. Practice was trying to learn the bike, learn the altitude, and just kind of how to ride the bike up here. And so we ended up like 17th in both practices, and not really pumped on that. But first moto, got a pretty good start, and just was fighting the bike a lot. Just couldn't make myself stay loose, and just came back, regrouped for the second moto. I got hung up on the start, so I was like last in the first turn, and then came back to 9th. Like that, I felt good in the second moto, and felt like that was me out there. So it was good to build off of, and looking forward to going home this week and working on some technical stuff, and come back next weekend.
It's okay. I'm only doing this How Was Your Weekend for swap down in Maeda. Not for Jordan Powell, but how was your weekend? Just kidding, it was good. First moto. Ended up 3rd, should have been 2nd, but I mean, I'm improving, so that's a good step in the right direction. Bike's getting better. It's awesome, actually. So I think I just needed to build a little strength, and that's why I'm chalking up the protein powder. That's good. And just got to thank everybody, from my mom, my dad, my trainer Brian, Tyler, Dirk, Shane, Jordan, my mechanic, the whole team, KTM, Red Bull, Troy the Designs, Luke Soil, and yeah, thanks a lot.
Here in Colorado, weekend was a good weekend. You know, we started off first practice, needed to make some adjustments after we finished that one up, but second practice was better and times were much closer. And first moto, got off to a good start, made a few mistakes, ended up 2nd, but then the second moto, we came out of the gate not so great. You know, we had to make some passes, but Eli actually made a mistake, and so did Ken, so I was able to capitalize on that and get a win. So for second, you know, 2-1 for the day, first overall of the outdoor season, it feels good, you know. And unfortunate for Eli, definitely. I hope he's okay. He's been a tough competitor so far this year, but you know, me and the team and everybody, it's our first victory as well, and so we gotta enjoy that and celebrate that as well. You know, it was a good day, and you know, and got the points in as well, so we'll try to keep building on that.
Well, very tough day, that's for sure. Rough first moto. I mean, I was in good position behind Jeremy, and that was actually good. And then I was feeling pretty good. And you know, I tried different line going down the hill over there, and it's a really high speed area over there and downhill. So and that dirt was really tacky and a lot of traction. And I got a braking bump, and it kicked me sideways. And then when it grabbed again, I mean, when it landed on the ground again, it just hooked, and dude, I went flying, and it really scared myself. I mean, I thought I was gonna get hurt, and but lucky
I mean, my wrist is really sore, and it was hard to get up, and I hurt my head a little bit, but I just tried to save some points and got 14th, and second moto I tried to get out there and do the best, not crash, and actually I was really happy to be riding in second place, not too far from Jeremy after that crash. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm really bummed about that first moto. It would have been a good fight with Jeremy. I think Jeremy was really fast today. That's his type of track, right? You know, when it's really fast like that, he's good. So track was so rough, so rutted and rough inside the ruts, and that track is fast. So I think Joey Savacci went down in the same spot as me. It was gnarly and kind of like dangerous, but I mean that's motocross. That's the way it is. You gotta give your best, but be careful also. And then unfortunately, I think Thomas got hurt pretty bad on the second downhill, where it was rough also. So regroup this week, take care of my wrist and everything, and hope to be back 100% for next weekend and do good.
My weekend is actually getting better. I struggled all day again with suspension setting, and it just was way too nervous, and rode the first moto and wasn't happy, and it just, you know, it tired me, and I just it threw everything off, and I couldn't really ride the way I want to ride. And we made a change before the second moto, and that obviously worked a lot better, and I could put the bike kind of like where I wanted to, and it absorbed the bumps a lot better, so that was good. And yeah, I don't know, I just felt in general better. I didn't get as tired, and was going to push again in the last 2 laps, but I had a flat in the front, so I went down. I didn't know it, and went down, and I'm like, dang it. So I got back up, and Ryan was right there, and he passed me, and I went down again. I'm like, dude, what is going on? So I kept riding, and I'm like, hold on a minute, something feels weird, and I had a flat. So I just had to take it easy the last couple laps, but brought the second place home. Obviously not what I want, but it should have been my moto win, but it is what it is.
Pretty good. I got my first podium, so 3rd place on the 450. Definitely happy to come away with that from here, and just learned a lot. So still improving, still making changes to the bike and changes to my my body as well as riding style. So just keep getting better and better each weekend, and we'll see what we got next weekend.
So are you building an outdoor track back at your home in Florida now?
Yeah, I'm building a track out there. I got a supercross track and an outdoor track going in. So once we get everything a little more organized, a little more sorted out, I'll head back there and do the last few outdoors back east.
It was a good weekend. You know, first moto, I think I was 14 today. I haven't gotten good starts for some reason. I've been trying to figure that out, but it seems like I always almost crash on the start. Like I run into somebody or something happens and heart rate's already spiked. But anyway, I got passed by Christian Craig on the lap. I was in 4th. He passed me 2 laps to go, and I was Mitch spilled his beer. But yeah, no, I was pretty bummed on that. I mean, he's super gnarly rider, but at the same time, it's like, man, he just came out of retirement. You know, he's got a really good-looking wife, lives in Minnesota. You know, he's got good style. I was pretty bummed, but at the same time, I mean, it's super cool, you know, for him to come back and do that. But yeah, no, second moto, bad start again. Had to work my way through, and got to Jessy Nelson and passed him, and it kind of gave me a little bit of life. And got to, I think I might have passed one more person. Anyway, I was in 4th, but I didn't know who I was holding off for like 10 minutes. It was Jordon Smith. He passed me with 3 laps to go, and my mechanic put on the pit board. You know, you got to get him the podium. So I went for it. Like I was dead tired, and so I rested for. I watched all his lines where he was better than me, and I rested, and he got like a second lead, and I closed it in. And the corner before the finish line, with they were throwing the white flag, I said, I'm either going down or I'm getting a podium. Like I was totally, never been that tired on a motorcycle before. Anyway, passed him. It was a good battle. It was rather not battle like that, but you know, I was able to get 5-4 for 3. You know, wasn't you know a great moto scores to get the podium, but I do not care at all. I'm pretty stoked, especially this early in the season where I'm at, fitness-wise. I felt like I had to ride really conservative, smart, and I felt like I did that this week, and finally stayed on 2 wheels. So good weekend. We'll keep building. Yeah, that's actually going on the truck. Then my dad, I think, is going to get it at Tennessee because there's no way that's going in the carry-on. But I'm stoked. First outdoor podium, so 5-4 moto scores, I don't care.
Weekend was tough. What's up? Weekend was tough. Top 10 again, so still positive, but still, you know, we have a lot to improve on the bike and myself. So just keep pushing, and you know, the track was just terrible today. You know, the prep was just not good, and I mean, all the guys, like the group that I ride from 3rd or 4th to 10, 12, we kind of all follow each other and stuff, and I mean, Barsha was in front of me, second moto. It was just, I mean, everybody, I mean, we were also struggling. Like, you can see all the bikes in front of you. They all move all over the place. There was no line. We were all going slow, and it's just, it's not fun for us, and I'm not sure it's fun for people that watch on TV. So, you know, we'll regroup, and you know, we're all going back to Florida, so that's good news, and try to get a top 5 pretty soon.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, for how gnarly the track was and how my first practice started off 18th, it was okay. So I went 10-9. Obviously, we had really good starts today. Johnny Oler, suspension guy, Dean Baker, motor guy, that made awesome changes for the brutal track and the altitude. So yeah, I was happy to go 10-9 for 9th overall and get ready to move on the East Coast and get ready. So I'm happy, and hopefully we get some hot nationals here, and you know, that way there we can see the men from the boys.
My weekend was shitty. First moto was terrible. Crashed twice within two first laps. Caught up to about 19th. Just struggled a bunch. Track was rough. Second moto had a little problem with something, and I had no front brake for the entire second race. So just kind of struggled with that. Ended up going from about 20th to 8th overall, or 8th overall for second moto. So it wasn't the best weekend. I hate this place with a passion. The track's a shit show. Worst track ever on the circuit. So hopefully, you know, I mean, next weekend I'll be a lot better. So I'm stoked.
This weekend was solid. We had press day this week, and obviously I've always enjoyed this track. I had my first podium moto finish here in the lights class, and the track was gnarly today, and stoked for the whole team. I mean, I feel like the hard work they put in with Ivan and whatnot, getting the bike in the right direction, I feel like it today it showed. I mean, I felt like I was on rails out there, and somewhat trail riding. So I'm stoked and just looking forward to next weekend and take it race by race and just try to improve.
The weekend here at Thunder Valley was pretty good. Definitely a step in the right direction. Went 9-10. Second moto, had a pretty good moto going, and actually crashed pretty hard in the sweeper. There's so many ruts, which I like, but I just tucked the front, crashed pretty good, and went back to, I don't know, maybe 18th, 19th, and came back up to 10th. So proud of the effort. Disappointed in my starts. I need to get better starts. I'm not sure what's going on. So got to keep the progress rolling and start up front and make for an easier day.